Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk in just a second. Let's let people get in here. We finna talk. I got you. It's gonna be a good show today, man. It's time to turn up. Let's get it. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Twisted to the Torch T. I've been doing sportscast since I was 14. How did the party start? Did we get some great news? Did we get one of the OGs coming back to the A? I ain't been here in a minute. We finna talk. We got some OGs coming on the set as well. 95 North, what's goody? They're in the background, ready to turn up. The mics is on. We ready to turn up in just a second. Let's let the people get in here though. Shouts out to y'all, man. Hey, check out. We got. Hey, you see what we got back there now, man? Add the light to the merch, man. Hey, I want to make sure I shout out to all the supporters, man, who continue to support Twisted Torch TV, 95 North, Smitty Sports Machine, Berto, A1 Forever. Shouts out to y'all, all y'all, man, for showing support to the Falcons, man. Hey, listen, we've had some tough years. But it looks like the wheels are starting to spin the right way. You bring Raheem Morris, who should have been here, who should have been the head coach before Arthur Smith, respectfully, when he took over Dan Quinn's job. But hey, he said what he said. Arthur Blank made the right executive move. And also Rich McKay. You thought you was finna just keep making all these decisions. Boo! We got a GM, Terry Fontenot, that knows how to make executive decisions. Let's give him the ball. Let's see how he likes to shoot on the court. Raheem Morris, bring in your players. Your defense gonna be top notch. It ain't the same team you had before, player. Grady, you're gonna be back with some pieces. You got the top 10 pick this year. What are we adding? The team is gonna be here to discuss that. We're gonna talk about it, guys. Shouts out to y'all. Make sure y'all like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Keep your boy in the algorithm. Keep all of us in the algorithm, respectfully. Shout out to my boy Big Low Country. If you haven't, check out his channel as well. We turning it up. Without further ado, let's get right to it, man. We ain't come here to wait. Let's let the boys in the building, man. The boys are back, man. Let's let them in the building, man.
What's happening?
How y'all feeling, man?
Shit.
Feeling fantastic on this Sunday evening.
Okay. Y'all saw we got Raheem Morris. I haven't been able to talk to y'all in a minute. Let me know how y'all feel about that before we get into draft and the trade rumors.
All right.
Me personally, I love the move, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the best candidate left, as far as experienced vet head coaches. He circled around one time in Atlanta. We should have probably just handed the reins to him as hard as this team fought back in 2020, 2021. But, weird things happen all the time in the NFL. But I'm happy for Coach Ra. He's one of the most respected coaches out there as we speak. And, we saw the outcry of support he received. So, it doesn't stop there. I can't wait to see what he has, what he does here in Atlanta. I know he's building a very, very competent staff. And that's something that a lot of folks probably haven't noticed, is the team that he's building around him. So, he's not letting this second opportunity being a head coach with the Falcons, really slip through his fingers. So he's doing it the right way. So shout out to Coach Rock. And I can't wait to hear all the good things that he has coming for us.
Facts, man. Piggyback off what Berto saying, because I feel exactly how he feels, man. Glad for Coach Ra. He should have got the job before we could have did this 3 years ago and not even been going through this. But we are here now in present day. And just like Berto said, he is not taking this chance for granted. He's putting pieces around him, coaches around him that are, specialists. quarterback coaches, defensive specialists, defensive line specialists, bringing back some pieces. So glad they bringing back Jerry Gray. We couldn't lose Jerry and Ryan, y'all. So big play right there for Raheem, man. He, like I said, putting coaches around, winners around him, and just experience around him. He learned from the Tampa Bay experience, and I believe he learned from his interim experience here in Atlanta too. So he's not coming to play. He means business for the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm here for it. You dig?
How you feel, Smitty?
I agree with both of them, man, and I love what he's doing with his coaching staff. He's bringing in guys, giving them an opportunity. He's bringing in guys that he's familiar with, that he feels comfortable with, and that's what it's all about. If you can be comfortable with your staff and know that they're going to back you at every turn, I think you got a winning formula. You look at the players that he has been around, such as Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, showing him support. So it was definitely the right move by the Falcons, and I think we in for a hell of a ride, man, if everything goes right. If we get that free agency right and get that draft right, boy, we could be looking at something special in Atlanta.
Well, without further ado, hold on. We about to say something, Chris?
No, I just said we deserve it.
It's been a long time, bro. 2017 is our last playoff year. Like, we got to get to the playoffs. We got to make some noise. And we all know we have the formula once we get there. A running game. And then you have that defense. You keep adding to that defense. I know Smitty is wondering what safety should we add, but he already did multiple videos. Buda Baker, come on to the A. I saw you at the Pro Bowl talking to Bates. Come on to the A. I play time.
Love it.
Oh man.
But one thing I do say about Zach Robinson, the offense coordinator now, he was the passing coordinator for the Rams. One thing the Rams did well was pass the ball. One thing we struggle at is passing the ball. And the passing concepts that the Rams were running, people were running wide open. Yeah, they got Matthew Stafford, but them boys running open with Cooper Kupp and the rookie phenom who showed out in that playoff game. But let's get to it. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feel about Justin Fields trade?
Hey, Twisted, man. Before you go on, you were just spitting some good stuff there about your Zach Robinson and stuff like that. This is how I'm gonna tie in this situation to this topic right here. There's a pass specialist in Atlanta that was hired by the name of Chandler Witter, something like that. That gentleman was on that Ohio staff back in 2019, 2020 with Justin Fields. Hello. So sometimes these moves are made in a very calculated fashion. So that's one thing to keep an eye out for. But you're the host. I'm sorry. You said the quarterback Justin Fields trade rumors, fellas. Let's dig in.
No. You cooking? Hey, hold on. Let me put the light on. You cooking real quick, man. Hold on, Berto. You got me thinking, player. That's right. And when you look at Robinson, we have all the pieces he really needs. Drake London can be that productive player. Kyle Pitts, if you give him more targets, I lied with the first year he came in when he had over 100 targets, you're going to make those plays. And he made a tweet, he made a post the last week and said, I played all 17 games coming back from an MCL and PCL. Yeah. It's going to be trouble for the following year. He gets a full off season, and hopefully the QB is Fields if we make the right executive decision. How do y'all feel about getting the trade for Justin Fields before the draft?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not like my bros, man. I'm not like my bros. I'm not heavy on Justin Fields. I'm really not. I'm not gonna lie to you. If he ends up in Atlanta, I'm not mad at it. But it's just I'm just not one of those guys that's just high on Fields right now, especially if we got to give up a lot of capital for him. Like, I'm not trying to go no higher than probably a second round pick for him. And that's about it. All that first round stuff, you can miss me with that. Anything first rounder for Justin Fields, Chris Tipmore is here to say absolutely not. So, I mean, but that's, like I said, that's me. If he ends up in Atlanta, it's a possibility. And I got to also talk about another guy who may be an underrated hire, very, very under the radar, but a guy named Patrick Kramer. He's on this coaching staff as well, and he worked at Notre Dame for 3 seasons with quarterback Ian Book. Now, And his career at Notre Dame had over 9,000 yards, or at least close to it, and definitely had over 1,500 yards rushing. 17 rushing touchdowns at 4.2 per carry. So it's a possibility with him on this staff, it could be a mobile quarterback as well. So yeah, Atlanta getting their ducks in the row, man, and we're gonna see exactly what happens, man. We got a few, like I said, specialists, a few coaches that can really handle a diverse quarterback if we do get one.
Well, I look at it like with Justin Fields, though. He's definitely improved. His first year, they didn't have nobody as a receiving core. Let's be realistic, man. Didn't have nobody to block for him. His second year, they started to get players. He ends up rushing for over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Now, if you add that with Bijan Robinson, with Tyler Algier, you're going to get a lot of production. What was our best play last year in the red zone?
that rollout, baby.
I'm just saying, baby. And if we saw what Justin Fields did versus us, with a little sprinkle, we got way better pieces than the Bears.
Right.
He did that in the snow. I know he don't want to play no damn snow. If he come to the dome and can be able to play in the field, man. I'm just saying. And the division ain't that hard. He don't got nobody that's that fast on these defenses that we play in our division.
Hey, he definitely can outrun some defenders, man. Seriously.
There's a lot of things that are said about Justin Fields, man. He's a good talent. He could be an elite talent. He could have been an elite talent by now. But what the problem is he was dealt a bad hand, bad deck of cards, let's say, with coaching. John DeFilippo and Andrew Jernko were their quarterback coaches, respectfully, in 2020 and 2021, right? Those guys cannot lace up boots on a Sunday for QBs that play in this league because they don't have a track record with quarterbacks. No. So, you know what I mean? That's like TJ Yates going to teach the defensive backs how to break down and how to run coverages and stuff like that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. Justin Fields will come to a better situation here in Atlanta as you see Coach Ra as he's assembling this offensive staff. It'll work better for him. In Chicago, it was too run heavy. They didn't have the adequate pieces around him. Sure. Darnell Mooney was balling. Cole Kmet came around. DJ Moore, he exploded this year. But they started to see, okay, we got to start, doing this offense to our quarterback strength. And once they started doing that, Twisted, as you mentioned, he started getting better. He did the 180. After that hand injury, he came back. He was a different player. So that's just, that organization is settling down and coming to grips like, okay, hold on. This is what we got to do in order for this young man to be successful. Now, that time and that success may be away from Chicago because, as we all know, Chicago has the keys to the number 1 pick, and rumors are they're going to take Caleb Williams. That's the rumor right now. We all don't know. So that definitely makes Justin Fields expandable. And the perfect landing spot for Justin Fields as we speak is Atlanta. Everything is there in Atlanta right now. You talk about, skill set players, O-line, now the offensive coordinator. It's all there.
Now I will say this though, Berto. I will say this to your point. Fields, it would be coming to a better situation all the way around. And I believe also with the coaching staff and the front office now, the way it's been assembled, it will be a totally better situation than what Justin has dealt with since he's been in the NFL. I will give you that.
And they didn't even express like they actually have faith in him. Like Berto was saying, like they haven't shown that, hey, they have all the chips on the table like they did with Lamar, and we're going to see what you got. They haven't did that. So his next team, man, and he might have that S on his chest. Might be a little bit strong.
Right. You bring him you actually bring him into a situation he's comfortable with players he's comfortable with, because as I see it with Zach Robinson in the video, I think having that mentality he has with that West Coast style offense. You talk about the Rams passing game, but they weren't a bad running team last year. So you get a great mix of run and pass with the team that we have.
And Bijan is better than Williams, by the way, too.
Right, exactly. So you bring in the same type, system schemes with more athletes, and it becomes deadly. And I know y'all can say what y'all want to about Fields. But at the end of the day, he's still an athlete. In
Mhm.
the NFL, athlete is what you need these days. We have an athlete in Bijan. We have an athlete in Pitts. We
Mhm.
really have an athlete in London as well. But we're gonna get into a little bit later another kind of athlete we can look at. But
Facts.
Justin Fields, man, I love it, man. And I've been talking about this since last year. And Miss
Man.
Angela, I saw
Man, to
that. I
keep it
saw what you
real, man.
said.
He's been talking about this since the draft,
Hey.
since he was drafted.
But think about it,
Go
man.
get
Miss Angela, she made a great point, but I don't believe that. Said they would trade nothing less than a first round pick. I don't believe that. That's just playing poker. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna go up and get a quarterback at number one, you're gonna take whatever for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
The closer we get, the lower the price is gonna get.
Yeah.
They want to see
won't
if somebody's gonna be a gambler. I don't feel like gambling. This is not 21, champ. We're gonna give you what we think you deserve, respectfully. We're not getting robbed no more, man. Ain't no more Houdini acts with Terry Fontenot at the helm. I don't believe that. But you brought up
inflation already
another
bad
trade,
enough.
though.
Right.
What you about to say?
I say inflation already bad enough. Don't sell us lies.
Come on, man. But you brought up another trade, so let's get into it. This is what the people came to see. Did the Falcons trade up for QB? And who would you pick?
Oh man.
I think they finna get some real bullshit right here. I'm telling you, because they finna get pissed. But y'all know I don't care. I just keep it real. But since y'all had the topic, man, I'm gonna let y'all speak on it. But I'm gonna just add my 2 cents.
Hold on, man. Hey, you already know I got it, right? I got the vice man himself.
Let's go and blow it up right quick, man. We said we were blow it up tonight. Let's go and do it.
3 years at Arizona State, 2 years at LSU, 40 touchdowns last year.
Yes, sir.
The guy is a dual threat. He knows how to read the field and goes through his progression. That's what the QB you want, right? That's what we asked of.
Right.
And with his talent, he don't really take sacks like that.
Nope.
That's what you like from a dual threat. Like you want him to get down and avoid pressures. I lied. What's my boy from Jada Pickett Jr.? What's my boy name from the Vikings who did us dirty? We couldn't bring him down.
Talking about Josh Dobbs.
Yeah,
Josh Dobbs.
We need some magic like that. Respectfully, I'm tired of seeing people go down right after they get touched. Right. I'm worried about the Drake kid from UNC, but my pick honestly would be
why?
Yeah, huh?
What's your concern about Drake May?
First of all, UNC. I don't know too many good QBs that actually pan out in the NFL.
Man, hold on. You're not finna dog my boy like that. Come on, man.
No, I'm not saying he's trying. I'm scared over that, man.
If you still worry about Mitchell Trubisky and Sam Howard, let it go. And I give Sam Howard props because
Sam's okay. He's okay.
He learned a whole new system this year. In one season, he's had 2 different offensive coordinators, and he's done his job. And he was a 4th round pick. But Drake May has all the tools, man. Yeah, I'm looking at a Justin Herbert type quarterback. You put him in the right system.
Our system.
You talking probably an all-pro player, probably his 1st or 2nd year. Because think about it. Any quarterback that has weapons, and we just said it with Justin Fields, any quarterback that has the right weapons and the right system that they fit in is going to succeed in the NFL. It's all a crapshoot, to be honest. And if you don't put them in the right spot, which they didn't do with Justin Fields, which they didn't do with Trey Lance, these the outcome.
Yeah, man.
So are y'all worried about the 9 interceptions, the 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions?
I ain't worried about none of that because
me neither.
Marcus Mariota won the Heisman Trophy. RG3 won the Heisman Trophy. What did they do?
I just like 40 and 4. I'm sorry, I just like 40 and 4.
Oh man,
I just like 40 and 4. I don't know.
But also 10 touchdowns in the running game too, though. So you might as well say 50 and 4. Respectively.
I'm just saying, averaging 8.4 per rush. I don't know. I just like that for the Atlanta Falcons in this offense. I just like that. Now I know that people have been saying that Daniels is a little light in the ass. I understand that, but my thing is that's why we have a coaching staff that can teach this man when to pick his spots. He's smart enough to know when to pick his spots. But come on, man. This man, all he got to do is learn how to slide, whatever, get out of bounds. All he need to do, just use what he already has, and that's his mental capacity, and he will be fine. He'll be fine in Atlanta.
And
We have the weapons to make it easy on him.
One thing I never hear people talk about is Jaden Daniels playing up under Herm Edwards. He's played up under NFL coach before.
Good
so
point.
He has an advantage that some of these kids don't have in the draft.
True.
So that's going to prove big in the long run.
Hold on, what Herb say for the playoffs?
Hey,
Playoffs.
Twist that out, man.
Hey, Daniel's ready for the league. If he's dealing with Herm, the real Herm, yeah, he ready.
Oh, you know Herm only know one way now. Don't do you know Herm only know one way.
Right.
Hold on, shout out to the super chat, Red Swerm, $4.99. I love the idea of Jaden Daniels or even Mike Penix. We're gonna talk about him, Junior, in the draft. If we haven't solved our QB situation by draft time, I don't like. So by draft time, are you saying like on the draft day? Because I mean, those are the two potentials: either free agency, a trade, or the draft. Where I'm looking at.
Right.
But how do y'all feel about Penix? I'm a little scared about Penix, man, because
Me too.
Michigan kind of did him dirty.
Bro, Michigan exposed him bad.
He looked feeble. He didn't want to read the field. He kept dropping his head. I don't like that. I don't like that. But how y'all feel about that?
He's an intriguing guy because he's a lefty. You know, rare quarterbacks in the NFL. But what Michigan did, or what Harbaugh did, was expose this man like bad. You know, I mean, he's kind of redeemed himself down there in the Senior Bowl and stuff like that. But again, those are just light padded practices. You know, in the full scheme of things, he'll probably revert back to what Harbaugh showed on the field in that championship game. I think that his stock dropped drastically because of that. 100%. I would talk about a day two guy. Who knows? You know, and the slide he could be one of those guys that slides, unfortunately, and he's very talented. Can't take nothing away from what he did, but I'm just not sold immediately on Michael Penix at the moment, man.
Let me ask y'all this: so what if Texas would have won that game instead of Washington? Then do y'all think he still would have been a first rounder? Like even like the AD Mitchell can make that catch, and they don't even go to the national championship. Do you think he's a first? Penix.
Because he doesn't have the bad
because
film.
he wouldn't have that last game. So
truth be told, I think it's a whole body of work. So I think he still would have been the first round pick. Or
that
early
game
second
right
round
there,
pick.
you saying is making him slide. Pretty much, he's not even a first round talent anymore.
No, I think he's still a first round talent. He's skeptical. You know, I mean, as far as he has injury issues. I mean, his mechanics can be shaky at sometimes, but guys on, man, he's on.
But
down the field,
this is why we have coaches in the NFL to help these guys with these type of things. Like I said before, if you put the right quarterback in the right system, and I think with a guy like Zach Robinson, if you can sneak and get a Michael Penix, if he falls, let's say, to the third round, he's still there when the Falcons pick in the third round, I'm gonna take that chance all day because guess what? It won't be any pressure for him to perform. If you go out and get a free agent quarterback, a veteran, or even if you draft a quarterback in this draft, the Redskins did it back in the day. RG3, Kirk Cousins. Look how that worked out. You can always have a backup plan. So I mean, I would not worry about it.
But at a second and third round pick, ain't no risk to me at that point.
Exactly.
I'm not losing because we have a chance to build him anyway.
But okay. But wait a minute, though, fellas. If we go get Penix, we definitely gonna have to get a veteran quarterback. We're definitely gonna have to get a veteran and have Penix be behind that guy because we've already gone through the whole let's get a second and third round quarterback. It's a reason why guys in the second and third round at this point, really, and in the fourth round, like it's a small list of success because it hardly happens. It's anomalies. It hardly happens. It's just so, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and if you can name everyone that is pretty much getting selected in this and had the success, I'm like, do you really want to take your risk on that again?
Yeah, how many Russell Wilsons and Tom Brady's do you have, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how many
Prescott?
We can name these, like we just sit here and really think about it, and I'm just thinking about it as we're talking, and you can name pretty much everybody who had a good success in these later rounds. We need to move up and go get our guy or go get our guy before the draft. Either way it go and be secure with it. No more guessing games at quarterback because we're losing.
We all know
steam with this team.
We go through through the draft, we got to move all the way up to number 1 because the Commanders are not going to trade the number 2 pick. New England's not going to trade that number 3 pick. Now, Arizona, on the other hand, Arizona, if
Talk about it.
if one of those quarterbacks slide, they could be that number 4. That would be the perfect spot for this guy right here. Let's go and blow it up.
Let me bring him up. Hold on. Let me bring him up. Give me a quick second. Give me a quick second. I got you. Let me read these stats for you guys. I got you.
Go ahead.
Marvin Harrison, 6'4", 205 from Philadelphia, 23, 67 receptions, over 1,200 yards, 18 yards a catch, 14 touchdowns, 22, 77 receptions, over 1,200 yards, 16.4 yards a catch, 14 touchdowns. That's ridiculous, guys. That's ridiculous. This guy's a phenomenal athlete and a protege type of player because we know his daddy.
Yeah,
you know him very well.
That's a fact, man. Twisted. I broke down so much of this guy's film, man. There's very little flaws in his game. Right. I'm gonna say this, man, and I don't give a damn. He's the closest thing to Julio Jones.
Damn right.
Agreed. And you know what? Coming out of college, I might dare and say he might be a little bit better than Julio. One thing Julio in the NFL got better at as time progressed, or once Terry Robisky got his hands on him, was his routes. Bam, you said it. Harrison comes out of college already polished in that aspect, man. And what did Julio do his first year? He was under that Mike Mularkey go route system, and that's all Mike Mularkey had him going. There wasn't really no fancy or nothing intricate about his route running in his first 2 years. Marvin Harrison provides all that and then some. Not to, like you mentioned, the size, the acrobatic catches, just so much control over his darn bodies. It's ridiculous, man. He's the cleanest prospect I've ever seen, and I'm just starting to do like the dirty work, and this breaking down footage. I'm like, wow, man, this guy sets up great. He has great speed. Some people were questioning his speed. This guy's gonna run at least a 4.4, 4.3s or such. So he has the speed. This is a clean prospect. Now, does Atlanta? I know it's very unpopular. Do they move up and take him if the quarterback position is settled before the draft? It's not impossible to think about. And I posed that question on Twitter, and I know you saw it. I know you saw it, Twisted. That damn thing took off. I'll let you go.
Man, hold on. Let me turn the light on. You crispy a little bit. Burn it up. Hold on. Hey, what school did Marvin Harrison go to? Quick question.
Ohio State,
brother.
What school did the guy we just discussed go to?
Ohio State.
So I'm just wondering. I'm just putting ideas together now, guys. Yeah. Just so happen if that domino falls. I'm looking at 2 receivers. Of course, Marvin Harrison. Of course, the Cardinals. Hey, we got it. We'll give you. You want a first next year? We got you. Now, at this point, I don't care. We need somebody to pair with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, especially if you have that QB ready for us to go for that draft. And I'm cool with it. I'm not taking no L's. Y'all remember what Julio did for us after that first year, and he still had over 900 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Right, 8 touchdowns.
Well, imagine this guy being that he knows how to run every route.
Hey,
awesome routes, big body.
I'm about to take it to another level. This guy reminds me so much of Megatron. It's just not funny. You look at a guy that can jump out the building, a guy that has hands like Larry Fitzgerald. He can run. You've seen him run end around sweeps, all that good stuff. But if we get a quarterback like a Justin Fields with a strong arm, with already the weapon that we have, why not Marvin Harrison? Me and Berto been talking about this for about 2 or 3 months. Why not? I mean, I hear what everybody's saying about.
Of course,
they're not going to trade down, but think about it. Arizona gets more picks. There's still a Malik Neighbors on the board at LSU who's just as talented as Marvin Harrison, probably faster. You have Roma Oduzzi from Washington, Keelan Coleman from Florida State. So Arizona would definitely make that trade with all these wide receivers in this draft. So and I can go get that veteran quarterback, Marvin Harrison would be my pick. Kyle Pitts is still here, which you could probably trade him at that point because you don't really need, an elite tight end just to be productive. But let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison, you add another weapon, open up this offense even more with a veteran quarterback. I'm going there all day because the defense is already settled. Jesse Bates, David Omiyata, Grady Jarrett, the 2 linebackers, AJ Terrell.
Hold
Why
on.
not go and focus on offense?
We only missing 2 pieces, really, on defense. It's a pass rusher
and a safety.
And a safety.
Ugh.
There's 2 pass rushers out there, guys. There's 3 on my list. I like
Burns, and I'm done.
Allen, Burns, Young. Let's not forget Hunter. There's a lot of talent, and if you get Burns, he gonna come motivated. So, if we get Burns, boy, playing in the same division, you saw how he wreaked havoc that first game versus us, the first 2 series. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yep.
Man, I would go a different route, man, and I don't give a damn who gets pissed off, man. For me, it's always quantity over quality, right? What do I mean by that? I look at what the Indianapolis Colts mustered up last year. I think they registered over 56 sacks on a year and didn't do it with a primary number 1 pass rusher. They had 3 guys with 7.5 sacks or more. Okay, Kwity Paye, Samson Ebukam, and there's another gentleman. Excuse me, I don't remember his name. It could be the D lineman that they have there.
Paye.
No, Paye's one of them. Yeah, Paye's one of them. Samson Ebukam is the other, but they're down lineman. Is it Buckner? DeForest Buckner?
DeForest Buckner, defensive tackle.
Yeah. So you got 3 guys, and they were able to create havoc, right? Yeah, Burns is an unbelievable talent. Same could be said for Danielle Hunter. But guys, there's plenty of options in this edge group coming out this year. Listen, one underrated pass rusher is Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd has 30.5 sacks since 2020. He posted 10.5 sacks last year for Buffalo.
But Floyd didn't cheese us, man. We could have signed him twice.
We could have signed him
going to the other team. Yep. I don't know how they feel about that, though.
Raheem Morris is now on staff. Could that be a name that follows?
Good point. Sizzle.
Yeah, Raheem.
Sizzle.
Yeah.
And we got to also think we still got that second corner potentially because we don't know what we're going to do with Okudah.
Yep.
No, we definitely.
I got another guy. I got 2 other guys. I look at Dorrance Armstrong out of Dallas, a guy that doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body. He was primarily used as a rotational piece. He has the size and length, man. He's strong at the point of attack. He produced 7.5 sacks last year for Dallas. That's a guy that could potentially, see some more playing time in Atlanta. And Buffalo, another player in Buffalo as well, AJ Epinesa. Since he's been in the league,
I was waiting on him.
Yeah, another Iowa State product, man. These are guys that you don't have to break the bank for, you know what I mean, and still keep a competitive roster. In other terms, I know the O-line needs a little bit more depth. The secondary, which I know we'll probably jump into that also. So I mean, that's why for me, sometimes it's quantity over quality. So I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stick to that.
I add another name. I add another name to that, man. I'm gonna say Josh Uche, man, from New England.
Yeah,
he's been a rotational piece since he's been in the league, but the last 2 years, 14.5 sacks is a rotational piece. So that's another name that I would be watching out for. Go ahead, Tristan.
See if you can snatch up Kyle Duggar from I'm still on the Kyle Duggar train too, man.
I can see that. Yeah, that would be a good
snatch him up from New England. Go and bring him down here, sit him next to Jesse, man. Go ahead and lock up that secondary, man.
So how do y'all feel about Josh Allen though? This guy had 17.5 sacks last year, and he could be.
I think he's going back to Jacksonville. I think he's going back to Jacksonville.
He's probably going back. He's gonna stay in Jacksonville.
Yeah, they got pieces. They got a defense. They got Ryan now. I can see him resigning.
You think are they gonna resign Ridley? We need our second round.
Yeah, they're gonna resign Ridley. I've already talked to Tony, and I've talked to Tony. And Tony, I told him, hey man, run me my second round. And he said, man, wait till the new league year, and he got us. So,
yeah. Let's know something. There's also some free agent wide receivers out there this year. T. Higgins. I think he might go at the end of the day. They got to pay too many people. Pittman.
I don't like that list because Mike Evans should be at top. We talking about a Hall of Fame,
which doesn't make any sense. I thought I was bugging. Right. Didn't he just have over 2,000 and 1,000 yards?
Come on now.
Yeah, man.
We talking about a guy at 30. We talking about a guy at 31, 32 years old that can still make $25 million in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And think about the matchups for practice. If Mike Evans and AJ Terrell, oh my God, that'll be crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Let's run
On
something
that list,
real
man.
fast before you what you about to say?
Yeah. No, on that list, man. Honestly, man, we only got I think 3 wide receivers signed through next year. But
We do.
Drake London, Josh Ali, and then that Austin Mack who came from the Canadian Football League, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I would gladly insert Gabe Davis and Hollywood Brown to this offense if we can have it. Gabe Davis he has speed. He could take the top off of defense. He's averaged 15 yards per catch since he's been in the league as a rookie. So the guy's really, he's a legit threat. And Hollywood Brown, of course, another speedster. Just really couldn't find his groove last year with Arizona, especially with Kyler Murray being out with his ACL tear. But yeah, those are 2 names. Tyler Boyd's another name as well. To me, Tyler Boyd could have a Mohamed Sanu effect here in Atlanta if he comes. We see.
I like that.
Drake London, just keep rising and just have Tyler Boyd just do all the dirty work like Sanu did back in the day when it was him and Julio. Could be something like that. Who knows?
And just imagine if you signed Sanu to be the receivers coach. Jesus Christ, the foot doctor in full effect. I think Drake London and Kyle Pitts would do well if they practice.
I think Chris, you hit it right.
I think we got Ike Hillard already as wide receiver coach.
But I mean, he said he wanted to help though. Mohamed Sanu said he wanted.
Yeah, he did. I'll take it. Hey man, let him come down to practice and put him some insight in, man. I would love to have it. T. Higgins, I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna break the bank. T. Higgins, I believe he's gonna get a lucrative contract. I really do. And but that Tyler Boyd, somebody like that, somebody like a Gabe Davis. Those guys you don't have to spend a lot of money on. And it's still, like we were saying, it's still a deep draft. You can still go get guys. A guy that I like for the Atlanta Falcons would be a guy named Brian Thomas Jr. And that's a big target who possesses speed, great hands, creates mismatches due to his height being 6'4", 205, leaping ability. And he has that 50-50 ball down pat. So just like another guy in Atlanta. Last year, 68 catches, over almost 1,200 yards, 17.3 per catch, and 17 touchdowns.
I got a question for y'all. Now that we kicked the bad play caller Arthur Smith and he went to the Steelers. I'm here to do the grapevine. Twister got a little wave here and there. Johnson might be out. How do y'all feel about Johnson potentially, the receiver coming here if we get a QB? Because I mean,
Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson? Shit.
Really?
That would be a good move.
Yeah.
But what would the sticker price be? That's the question.
I mean, for 1 year, I'm looking at 10 to 12. I can see him getting that 9 to 12 because I mean he has it. They just didn't have no goddamn QB for most of that year and bad play calling.
Yeah.
He
plays just like he reminds me a lot of Terry McLaurin of Washington. That's similar. That's a game I think he models his own against. So,
and one thing y'all got to learn about coaching with Ike Hilliard, man, he loves speed receivers because he was one. You look at what he did at Florida with those guys, with Jack Jackson and those guys, and him being in the league and coaching, top flight receivers. I think he's gonna have to have a speed guy. There's no way around it. One name that I'm looking at that is going under the radar that people probably won't think about. Donovan Peoples-Jones. He was just in Detroit. Got traded from Cleveland last year, and he would be a nice possession receiver for Atlanta because, like you said, we don't have like 3 people on contract for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So as I look at it, Donovan Peoples-Jones 2 years ago, 61 catches over 800 yards. He could be a nice slot guy, a guy that you can pin down that slot. And we'll see, man. But there are a lot of names out there. Trust me, I've seen.
We're gonna make some plays. We're gonna have some money. But hold on, not since we talking about money. But hey, bro, let me read Red Sherm. Then we're gonna get right to it. Hey, Twister, here's a very interesting little known tidbit with the Ohio State connection. Our new pass game specialist Chandler Whitman worked with the QBs with Justin Fields. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey.
I had said right on the wall.
Right on the wall.
Right.
Hey, man, listen.
Can't say it's not a possibility. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You can't, as far as like being a mobile quarterback, whether it's Fields, Daniels. I mean, what it's that's what I'm saying. Everything is here. Yeah, we definitely got
Sometimes
everything.
folks they don't pay attention to the little hires,
Little pieces.
The little wrinkles
that
matter,
make
y'all.
that make
The
the
little
the
wrinkles
immediate connection. So
Facts,
hey,
Berto.
for Jay Rogers, the D line coach, could we see Joey Bosa? Could we see Khalil Mack? Could we see one of those guys come over here?
We needed Mac 2 years ago. We should have drafted Mac instead of Jake Matthews.
Yeah, I'm just
so
saying,
mad about that. They picked him
Chargers
154.
Chargers are in cap hell right now. They're minus 44 million. They have to get under. So there's a lot of fat that needs to be trimmed, and they have a lot of high price veterans on that roster. So there's a lot of things that are going to come up. Very interesting, man.
And I don't think Harbaugh will give up Bosa. So I think Khalil Mack will probably be the person.
Yeah, I'm more leaning toward Mac.
Yeah. Return of the Mac. And don't let them start playing that at the Dome. Boy, they'll shut the city down.
And the thing about it is, I know some people are probably and some people are probably thinking that Khalil Mack probably doesn't have it. He still does. He's still productive. He's still going to be productive, man. We're talking about a great sack.
Who had 6 sacks in one game last year?
I was gonna say, like, what that mean? Like, the man almost 20 sacks for a year, man. Like, pass rushes are good till 38. We see Calais Campbell. Bring him back. Calais, what you want? We'll throw an extra $2 million for incentives. Go ahead and come back. Coach up Zach Harrison. You saw how he improved the last 3 games. 4 sacks, a lot of pressures. But hold on, we got to trim some fat ourselves to get a little bit more salary. And there's some potential roster cuts that we can get on out of here. And I'll start with one. Taylor Heineke, your services are no longer needed. We appreciate you being a trash backup QB and wasting our time for 4 games. We can potentially save $4 to $5 million if we cut him. $2 million in dead cap.
$6 million.
He's still here.
$6 million.
You're out of here. I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, but he's not a name to sleep on in a trade package. If we're going to acquire Justin Fields, they're going to want something in return for that too. So that could be their bridge quarterback if they take a Caleb Williams #1 overall. So
and I'm a little worried because he kind of wet the bed versus them too. I don't know if they might want him.
Sure.
They might. They might ask he did terrible versus cover 2 versus them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But who are some people y'all have?
I got something. I've been thinking about. Say like we trade for Justin Fields and we do get him a 1st round pick. What if they gave us a 2nd round pick in return? Would y'all be happy with that? I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Gave us a 2nd round in return.
Return, I would be fine.
Because their 2nd round is going to be high anyway. They're not good.
And Justin Fields is still 25 years old, so you're basically getting a guy that's damn near 1 or 2 years from being a rookie. So I would rock with it.
That's interesting.
But potential roster cuts. If I had to say one, I would just hate to say it, but Grady Jarrett would be one. I'm not being mean, but hey, you save $8 million.
Hey, well, it may be a little bit more than that. That's the thing.
Yeah, it may be. It may be.
That's the crazy thing, man. Hey,
I got 2 guys that we could probably get rid of right away. Probably Jonnu Smith and definitely Mike Hughes.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Mike Hughes
every time he was in the slot, he got cooked.
Yeah,
sure did. And now with the Falcons running a little bit more of 11 personnel, with Zach Robinson being here, you really there's no need for 2 tight ends. There really isn't. You know what I mean? You can always slip an extra tackle, or instead of the tight end, you could do a lot with that formation. And as far as the extra person that needs to be on the field, but Jonnu Smith will save the team about $6 million in cap space.
25 dead kit. Yeah. I'm cool with that, bro. And he might want to come back for a cheaper price. So I mean, hey,
he could restructure too.
He possibly could want to come back. Seriously.
Well, to Smitty, I just can't see Atlanta. I know we've talked about and stuff like that, but you got to allow Raheem enough talent still on this team to make it work. In year 1. Maybe restructuring Grady's deal wouldn't be as bad of an idea. Just free up some money. I know that ACL tear, he's coming back from that ACL tear, and footage shows, he's grinding, he's getting back, back to it. You know what I mean? But God bless him. Hope he does. He rounds out A1 and gets to it week 1. But I don't know. I would feel indifferent if they do get rid of him, man.
Because you know
I was just
he
saying
made the
cap
comment.
wise.
Yeah,
I was
for
just
sure,
saying
for
cap
sure.
wise.
Yeah.
Like he's the heart and soul, and then you know he's kind of like the jail with Raheem Morris because they all made tweets. Him, Bijan, Jesse Bates, so they're happy with the signing. But how y'all feel about Jake Matthews?
I don't think it's time to get rid of Jake just yet.
No. But do you think they'll restructure it again, or you feel like
I think they have
Got
one more
$23
time that they
million
can.
cap hit.
Yep.
They don't
They
have
got
a
one
choice.
time. They don't really.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of decisions, man, and we can still make some. So we can potentially get a pass rusher and our guard, our center, and then the draft you get more weapons. So I mean, there's a lot of potential out here. But we got another topic. Hold on.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you guys resign Bud Dupree?
Have to.
Yeah,
I would.
I would.
Yes,
I would.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If they got him for 5 this year, he'll only go 6 or 7 next year. So I would definitely do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we all on the same page.
Yeah, I kind of liked him and AK. Only thing about Bud is the late games, the third and fourth down when the game matters. Contain the edge. Don't let the edge. Kyler Murray hit us with that third and 23, third and like, come on, bro. We can't have that. It's
heartbreaking.
4th and 9.
Yeah, but that was bad coaching. Because if you got Justin Fields on the field, that means you need to have D'Angelo Malone, your fastest defensive end, on the field as well to set the edge. It's just that simple.
And now that we got the highlight reels at linebacker, Nate Landman and Caden Ellis, Trey Anderson comes back. He's more of that edge rusher, QB contained, QB spot on third down type.
I'm with it.
I've been saying that feet to your advantage.
They thinking the same thing because if we see the Falcons go offensive lineman in round 1, we will know Troy Anderson is getting switched.
And I'm cool with that. Because we should have at least 3 more wins if it wasn't for that situation as far as us with the container.
Right.
But how do y'all feel?
3 different games.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to back too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Cardinals, Vikings, that was nasty. But how do y'all feel about the 5th-year option with AJ Terrell this year and then Kyle Pitts next year? AJ Terrell, we're not getting as many interceptions. He had his most interceptions was in 21 when he had 3. 23 he had 11 passes defense, 22 9-pass defense, 1 fumble recovery, 21 16 pass defense, 3 INTs. That was his best year, of course. But how do y'all feel about making the 5th-year option or potentially signing him to a full 3 to 4 year deal?
AJ Terrell shouldn't break the bank on Atlanta. He really shouldn't. As great as he's been, they always it's a what have you done for me lately, and have you made the Pro Bowl lately yet? No, you haven't.
Right.
You made the Pro Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, as an alternate
that year.
21. So really, that's your best statistical season on paper. He shouldn't command Marshawn Lattimore money, Denzel Ward money. I'm thinking, he's probably a 15 mil type corner, 4 years, 60 million. If I'm being honest,
Chris was in that ballpark.
I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Chris was in that ballpark.
15-5, no more than 15-5.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, he's essential. He's essential to
But I'm gonna be honest. I would just let him play out the 5th-year option at 13. Because you're still saving money, but at the same time, if he doesn't work out that year at the trade deadline, if somebody wants him, hey, you just let it fly
on him. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point too.
I feel like if he would have had a strong ending of the season, we could have sat at the table and really talked some real cash. But like you said, what have you done for me lately? And I'm sorry, we got rookies scoring on you. We got people pushing you down, pushing you around, regardless of whether it should have been a penalty or not.
That was terrible, bro.
Yeah,
that D-Hop,
worst call I ever
that
seen.
Saints one. Oh my God, it's like
it's on film.
It's even the point where he's in great coverage and he drops the ball. The Packers game, sticky coverage.
Yeah.
No stop routes will be had on AJ. Goes through his hands. He got lucky that our 2 defensive tackles saved us that Packers game. They turned up in that 4th quarter, but that was a big 6.
Yeah.
You got to make those plays when you have them, bro, and you haven't done that. That's a problem.
I was hoping he would have at least 3 interceptions, and what was I wrong?
Yeah, he dropped about 3 or 4.
He
He
sure had.
dropped about 3.
Yeah, for sure.
So it just, it just going through your hands is a reason why, DBs are DBs.
But one thing we can't say though, one game he did turn up. I must say, when Tampa came to Atlanta, Mike Evans, that was Mike Evans' first game of the season.
Yeah, he clamped on him, man.
Had to get that get back. I'm saying had to get that get back. But yeah, you definitely play it out.
Yeah, just let the fifth year option, because it's nothing against AJ, and I know we need him because we seen when he went on the field, team was just throwing all over us. But at the same time, if you can package him in a deal and get a nice pick or a nice player in return, you got to do it. And it's the same with Kyle Pitts. Fifth year option with Kyle Pitts, I'm letting him play that out because guess what? When that contract do come up, he's gonna want wide receiver money. I already see it coming. So he's in the same boat. You can get a great package for him. Just say like this year, if Kansas City wants someone they know is gonna come in after Travis Kelce is gone, Kyle Pitts at the bottom of the first round, you got to take that all day, or somebody at the top of the second round. You got to take that deal, man.
You take that deal because you get an extra pick and you can go ahead and replace that with something that you need immediately. One of these other receivers, maybe a lineman, anything, man. You can, definitely. If that's what's offered, I'm sorry.
After Matt Ryan left, what has Kyle Pitts done?
What has Kyle Pitts been able to do too, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say this year it wasn't as bad. 53 receptions on 90 targets, almost 700 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that's with sharing with Jonah, who had almost 600 yards. So imagine him with a real QB and a real offensive coordinator.
And I would love to. I'm gonna just be honest. I would love to see him with Andy Reid, point blank. I would love to see what he would do.
Andy gonna use him now. We know that.
Exactly.
Andy know how to use the tight end very well. So
Cal do too.
But I feel like one thing with Raheem, I feel like he knew that coming in, looking at the Falcons, they struggled to get their players the ball when it mattered. So if you come in with this pass coordinator, you have to have plays made up for Bijan, for Tyler Algier, for Drake in key moments. I just need that, guys. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I just need consistent play calling and consistency. I'm tired of it's 3rd and 12 and you dump it down to get 3 yards knowing you didn't look down the field. That doesn't make sense. I'm tired of seeing concepts be two of the same. Kyle Pitts and Drake London running in the same area. That doesn't make any sense.
Don't worry, we'll see if Johnson stays in Pickett. We'll see them in the same area next year.
And I think what I love the most about Zach Robinson becoming the offensive coordinator is he played quarterback in the league. He played quarterback in college, so that is a plus. Yeah. So
and with that spread offense, you could possibly see Kyle Pitts instead of. I'm just saying that's a possibility. We still may go get somebody in the draft as far as a pass catcher, but you could possibly actually see Kyle Pitts getting spread out even more in this spread offense as a receiver, more so maybe like an Apuka Nachua role, a big body guy who's running out there, being a mismatch against DBs, being a mismatch against linebackers like he's supposed to be. He's got confidence because he's played a full season healthy. That's confidence. That's something for your mental. So he should come back next year with more confidence, stepping a little stronger, a little harder, and he possibly could be that guy to slice up defenses for us in this spread.
And that's a great point, Christian. That's why Marvin Harrison Jr., you add him into with Kyle Pitts and Drake London in the spread offense, can't stop it. You have Bijan coming out the backfield, can't stop it.
Hey, does that not remind you of 2012 when you had Roddy White, Tony G,
Julio
Jones, Michael Turner,
exactly,
like Chris Rogers coming out of the backfield as well?
It's
getting a little scary out here, guys.
Hey, let me find my connection right quick. I misplaced it.
Find that.
Bro, one thing the 2010 season, when that season concluded, one of the first things Dimitrov said, we're not an explosive team, which led them to move up 20 spots. You can think about the Falcons offense last year and so many great names. Pitts, Bijan, Drake London. What you can count on your hands probably how many explosive plays we had last year. And a lot of the explosive plays came in garbage time.
Garbage time.
Get out of our color.
You know what I mean? You can
Boy, I
think
wish you had that get your boy.
Get out of our color.
Algier against the Bears. That was one. Jonnu Smith against the Minnesota Vikings. That was an explosive play. Matt Collins versus Green Bay in the third quarter. That was a play. Drake London in that Tampa Bay game where threw it up. Bro, that's 4 or 5 plays. That's it. Other than that, there wasn't a lot of explosive plays.
Oh, don't forget Drake London,
the Bijan play.
Commanders.
Yeah,
London that catch against the Commanders too.
Against the Commanders. So there's only
the Bijan versus the Saints that real route. When they caught the man.
Yes, the Bijan one against New Orleans in the last game of the
we
year.
can name those things. Though.
Yeah, but 2 of them you can't count because they were screens.
Because they were screens. But to your point, Twisted, there wasn't a lot to be excited about in last year's offense at all. So you bring a guy like Marvin Harrison, and you start to recollect that 2012 season with Roddy, Julio, and Tony G. We could replicate that now even more, and running 11 more, a more 11 personnel too offers like one was saying, Kyle Pitts could be that much more dangerous now because he'll be running more out of a tight end set versus a receiver set. And Kyle Kroger, who we brought in from the Chargers, worked hand in hand with Jared Cook, and we see how versatile Jared Cook with the Chargers offense. So there's a lot of there's excitement. I'm excited. So
but
I can't wait.
But if you're saying that though, that also was mind-boggling. So you have a 6'6" tight end. And all his explosive plays have to be in the slot. Why is he not lined up as a tight end when he gets to go up against linebackers? And you saw
the mismatch.
We forgot 2 plays too. Kyle Pitts play the 2 Kyle Pitts play versus the Colts, that corner route, the 20-yard corner route, and then the out and up versus the Bucks.
The Bucks, yep. That would be the blown coverage play. Yep.
But you can see the difference on how his leg was better though, because you remember that play he had versus the Tampa Bay earlier, where he had called it to get us into field goal range, and he kind of hobbled it a little bit. But when he ran that corner route versus the Colts, it looked crisp as he cut.
Yeah,
he ran it out and up later in that season. It looked crisp as he was cutting. So that's also
confidence. Got to get that mental right, man.
Look at Red Swarm
from the head. Oh yeah.
Hey, he's ready, man. He wished the season started tomorrow.
That's what we aim to do, my brother.
I'm ready for the new
gotta
league
give y'all
year.
something to think about.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but I want to ask y'all about the Super Bowl since we're here. What is your picks? It's a rematch. Kyle Shanahan, you cheesed us one year. You lost the playbook before the game. Let's not forget about that, guys. Let's not forget the last time he did, something happened there. What is gonna happen this week? Can you finally beat Patrick Mahomes? Is the question. I ain't gonna lie. I got the Chiefs. I don't trust. I got the Chiefs. The 49ers are cold, but can they get a ball to McCaffrey in the fourth quarter? I don't know what Kyle Shanahan. He's shaky. He don't want to run the ball. I don't know what he want to do.
Hey, I'm taking the Chiefs because the last 2 games, San Francisco could have easily lost both of those games. But this time, they're going to be playing a veteran coach that's going to jump out front, stay on their neck. Andy Reid's going to, get his 3rd Super Bowl. Yeah. So I just don't see, and I love the 49ers defense and what they do. But Kansas City and that offense, man, they get going early. I don't think Brock Purdy can catch up and get back in the game. Last week was a bluff with Detroit. Trust me.
And Kelsey,
that was all Detroit's fault.
Playoff Kelsey is back as well, man. He's making plays.
Last week, my goodness.
Versus a top 5 defense. Yeah. The Ravens ain't no slouch.
Texans ain't no slouch. The Ravens didn't run the ball more, but.
Bro, I made a $50 bet last week, man, and I learned a lesson, man. Don't bet against goddamn Mahomes and the Chiefs, man.
Nope.
Golly, so I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, man. I thought that Baltimore could have really, they could have really did something, but that wasn't the case. Obviously, only put up 10.
And Lord forbid he get Kadarius Toney back next week.
No, it's not even that, man. It's how underrated that Kansas City defense is with Steve Spagnuolo, man.
Bro.
they don't give him
They
enough
couldn't stop
credit,
Chris
man.
Jones. They could not stop Chris Jones.
Nope. So,
Jones is
man, I think that this Kansas City's defense is going to swarm Brock Purdy, and we saw how ineffective Brock Purdy is under pressure. So,
yeah.
I'm just
don't y'all disrespect my DBs, man. Don't y'all disrespect my DBs, man. Them DBs out there ain't playing in Kansas City right now, man. McDuffie?
Who the fuck is he? They got a bunch of no-namers on that defense, on that secondary too.
But I'm
just saying, not really learning them. The last 5 weeks of the season, we started like Sneak making all these plays.
Man, Snead's gonna get paid in free agency, man.
Yeah, that's Snead is gonna get money, y'all.
He's gonna get a bag,
get money.
But like y'all said, it's because of Chris Jones, bro. The QBs aren't having enough time. The dude is getting off the blockers in 1 or 2 seconds, like wrecking havoc. So Brock Purdy, good luck.
Another guy.
He's like he's out there with high schoolers, man.
Man, it's gonna be crazy, man.
And he's trying to get paid too, right? He's trying to get paid.
Again,
right. Chris Jones
again, yes.
He's gonna get paid. Somebody's gonna pay him
again. So they better. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying, man. But I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well, though, man. I really like Rice, man. I think Rice has been a X factor for them off and on through the season and in the playoffs. I really believe if he gets going and they have to roll coverage his way, that's going to open up for guys like Montez Valdez-Scantling, and these guys can really take off. You already know Travis Kelce gonna be Travis Kelce, and then I'm trying to tell you, the guy that runs like he walks, Pacheco.
He reminds me of Marion Barber so bad, bro. Like, why does he run so aggressive?
Good comparison,
man. He chops his feet and takes off. I'm like, man, has he been chopping in the field for years? Like, he do a lot. He do a lot of sand work, bro. You can tell how quick his feet is always up, bro. That's it. And number 4, Rice. He has turned up in these last 6 weeks, man. That dude is different.
I really like Rice, man, a lot. I feel like Rice is going to take them a long way, and all they got to do is just add with that, and that's a scary thing.
I tell y'all the guy to look out for. I'm gonna tell y'all the guy to look out for on offense for Kansas City, Marcus Valdez-Scantling. That dude is fly down the field. And with the way the 49ers blitz and the guy that can take the top off the defense like he can, he's gonna be one to watch. I could see him getting a touchdown very early in the game.
For sure. But yeah, it's gonna come down to the 49ers, man. How they gonna be able to stop Patrick Mahomes? Are they gonna be able to control the clock? You got Deebo Samuel, he came back. Number 11, Brandon Ayuk is fire too, bro. His route running and the way he's able to keep his eye contact on the football, bro. His hand-eye coordination is amazing, bro. Is
he a free agent coming up?
I don't know, but we need to holler at him too. Like, he cooked AJ last year for 2 touchdowns.
I believe they're gonna have McDuffie on Ayuk, and I really want to see that matchup. I really like DBs. Like, I really look into DBs in that area. So McDuffie, I already knew he was going to be a top talent, and he has definitely got put into the right system with Spagnuolo. And he's plastering receivers, y'all. Plastering these guys. And that's making it easier for guys like Snead, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, with Chris Jones, just absolutely just obliterating offensive lines. Man.
And the key matchup, I think, going to be is Fred Warner and Travis Kelce. Whoever wins that matchup.
Hey, Smitty. Hold on, Smitty.
The whole game.
Hold on, Smitty. Cook it again, man. What's going on, man? Hold on, Smitty. Hey, Fred is the truth, bro. That dude know, one of the best pass
that's gonna be the key matchup.
At the linebacker
he's one of the best linebackers in football. So I mean,
definitely.
But how do y'all feel about the linebacker for the Chiefs who had the interception in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? The guy Burton or something. The guy is playing coverage. He's blitzing. Like, why is nobody taking advantage of him in coverage, bro?
Nick Bolton.
Nick Bolton.
Yeah.
Like they're putting him in zone coverages and everything, and no one's taking advantage of him.
Hey, good see it this game.
I mean, if that pass rush get there, ain't nothing.
It's a wrap, yeah. It's a wrap.
No, that's very true.
They play it.
You are 100% right, Smith.
And to be honest, the Ravens kind of saved them anyway, bro. You got to this game by running the football with QB. No zone reads, no read options. Like, you just take it out the game. That doesn't make any sense. Their best play was him throwing to himself.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, damn sure was.
Hey, what if he would have ran that for a touchdown? Boy,
I thought he was. I really thought he was.
Hey, that shoestring
Imagine
tackle.
that,
If they missed
man.
that tackle, he
hey,
gone.
bro,
gone,
bro. Hey, I was like, boy,
Mm-hmm.
that'd have been crazy.
But they just
I
outsmarted
don't
themselves that like they always do. It's the same
Bro,
game
I-
every day.
Same, very simple.
That was a terrible
Same thing,
game.
Oh my God, Dre Greenlaw.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
another good
At
one.
linebacker,
Oh
man.
yeah, Greenlaw. I like
Ooh.
Greenlaw. I've always liked Greenlaw. I really have.
And this is the reason why they got Chase Young. If Chase Young wants a contract, this is the game that he needs to show up.
Who's that guy?
They were talking about possibly keeping him
who's that?
out of the Super Bowl.
I think he got drafted about 3 years ago. I'm not sure.
Out of Ohio State? That guy?
Man,
I think
they were talking about
I
maybe
think-
not him even playing him in the Super Bowl.
Look, man.
7.5
that has
sacks
to
this
be
year, guys.
the most disappointing trade in recent memory, man. It has to be. This guy, he's just a name. That's it. He hasn't affected,
Point blank,
him in any way,
Birdo.
shape, or form.
You know, like I know, he just don't fit that system. Point blank. That was just a
It's
power. move.
at this point, man, I
A
question
chess
the
move.
motivation, man, and what your desire to play football, man. Are you there just to collect a Vic Beasley style check, or are you really out there to try, make actual impacts in games? He just doesn't. He just doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's up with him, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
Chase rubs the wrong way, man. But we'll
Does.
see if he does have a good Super Bowl. We can see him getting paid because
I would still be buyer beware, man. You got one footage since you got traded and you decide to show up in the Super Bowl. Of course,
Hey, but the
means
only reason
most.
I brought that up, Berto, you
Mhm.
know I've said it before. I think he's a 3-4 outside linebacker. San Francisco is a 4-3
San Francisco 4-3
team,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
Very
so
true.
that was just a bad trade on their part.
Yeah,
You trying to get
They was
Chase
thirsty.
Young to Atlanta
They was thirsty any way possible. They wanted to see what they can get. That's all. 49ers, man. The 49ers are thirsty. The Chiefs can be thirsty at sometimes. The Cowboys can be thirsty. Like, that's just what they do. They don't trust themselves, so they have to go find something. They got to bring something in to help them. But appreciate you guys joining us, man. As always, we got up to 220 people in the chat. Shouts out to all
Let's
supporters,
go,
man.
man. That's awesome.
Shout out.
If you haven't
Shout out to
already,
y'all.
make sure you subscribe to Smitty Sports Machine, A1 Forever, Roberto. Subscribe to these guys, man. We all got great content. Make sure y'all lock in. More content on the way. Free agency is next month. Draft is coming up. So prepare for those videos as well, guys. Prepare for those
They
videos.
already coming.
Right.
Smitty. Oh man.
Yeah, they already popping up.
Smitty already got like 18 videos out.
I'm trying to tell you.
Profiles and free agents.
Already.
Hey, you gotta go in that bag when that free agency drop, bro. Because anything's possible when that happens.
Very much. Very much.
You got money, and you gotta think, guys. We haven't had money like this in so many years, to where we know we can get pieces if we
2
want
years
to.
in a row, we got money. 2 years in a row.
Man, last time
I'm
we
happy.
had money, Smitty had braids. So
God damn.
it's been a while.
Me too, probably. Shit,
Oh, that's a wild
That'd
ass
be a
pick.
long
That's a
ass
wild
time.
ass memory.
I'm trying to
Boy.
hey, I ain't even had dreads. So don't
It been way longer than 10 years because 10 years ago my hairline was back here, so it been way a long time.
Where'd you say it was?
Back here.
You better stop.
Boy, I can't with y'all.
Hold on, bro. You wildin', bro. You wildin', man. Hold on, man.
If I had that gift right now.
Man, to take the seed on 5, man. What's going on here?
Come on, man.
Shit, man.
Salute.
Hey, man. Appreciate y'all for joining us, man.
No, man. Thank you for having us, man.
Go ahead, tell the people where they can subscribe to your channels and check out y'all social media platforms.
All right. I'll get to it, man. Yo, this your boy Berto, your host of 95 North Falcons Talk Show. That's the platform on YouTube. You can find me on Twix, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, on the RI Falcons. You can also catch me on Bleacher Report. I'll be on there tomorrow at 5:30, cooking up something like for for these folks at Bleacher Report. So make sure if you haven't by now, download the app and please, man, if you could just roll on through, man. Support your boy. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Twisted. Thank you for allowing us in, man.
Yes, man. Chris Tipmore, A1 Forever Sports here. That's the platform on YouTube. You can find me at A1 Forever Sports. Instagram, A1 Forever. TikTok, the real A1 Forever. Also on X, Twix, just like Berto was saying. You can catch me at you can really type in A1 Forever on there. I should pop up, or just type in A1 ROC and I will pop up as well. Come through, have a chat, have a laugh, whatnot, man. We can talk about whatever. This right here, man. I appreciate us, Twisted, for allowing us to come grace this platform as well. I guess you can call this the Twisted 95 North Sports Machine Forever. Like, this thing getting longer and longer, but the show,
Boy, it's getting
man,
long.
just like your favorite movie, man. The show just keep getting better and better, and that's no matter whether we're dealing with the sun or the weather that we currently dealing with. And hey, everything I mentioned humbly. So I'm just saying, man.
Right. Y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. I'm still thinking about getting back into writing, but it's gonna take a while. But I just want to give a shout out to the chat, man. Chat came through, showed you some love. Appreciate y'all, man. If y'all follow me, please go follow Twisted Torch, man. He's been supporting me for a very long time. Got to meet him in person, man. We had a lot of laughs. So if y'all haven't noticed, I make everybody laugh, but that's just me. But yeah, man. Had a great time as always, man. And he's part of the family, man. So y'all go show him some love.
Absolutely.
And as I said, man, I still salute y'all, but we gonna always have fun around here, man.
You're out of control, y'all.
I salute y'all. What's going on, G?
Hey, make sure y'all remember now, tomorrow is a
control.
big day. We got that press conference tomorrow, y'all.
How many lies they gonna tell though?
How many lies they gonna tell?
Oh man, God damn it.
I really would like to hear some good feedback. And you know, we've been waiting to hear from Terry too. So it's supposed to be Terry. And so I'm expecting to hear some good things. I want to hear.
Yeah, I got to do a video on the coaching staff, man. I haven't had a chance. Like I said, I just got back in town yesterday. Shout out, I met a guy at the airport, watched the show, man. He called me Fat Boy Slim, and I was like, who? And I thought about it for a second. So shout out, man. But tomorrow is gonna be a good interview. I mean press conference. But I just can't wait to see what he does. You know, once it hits the field and once they get the process going in the field in this team, because like I said, we're not a lot of players away. Mainly a quarterback. Everything else just falls in place.
Yep. Shouts out to y'all, man. Appreciate all support as always. Like y'all said, the chat was going crazy. Yes. Like I said, we went up to 230 guys, man. Hey, we're gonna do some more shows like this for sure.
No doubt.
Terry Fontenot, make sure you show your swagger, man. They made us think that Rich McKay was making all the decisions. We knew it was a lie. The devil is a lie. We called it. So make sure you toot your horn, man, because hey, we back. We back. The NFC South is here. Is ours for the taking, guys. I'm letting y'all know that now. We see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we said that last year, but we got a lot more in place this year going into next year than we had the year before, and we got cap space. So
shout out to Birdcage too, man. They got some.
Shout out to Birdcage.
Oh, they had a great show the other night too, man.
Shout
out to Ryan over at Birdcage, man, doing this thing. Y'all can go follow him on YouTube and on Twitter.
Absolutely.
And holler at me, bro. You know, anytime, man, you want me on there, I got you, bro. I can do the show for sure, man. Nothing, man. For sure, man. But appreciate y'all as always, all the support, man. Great show. Hey, we back. Like A1 said, tomorrow we might do another show. We might have to tap in. We're gonna see what Morris tells us about the staff and how he feels. Hold on, did y'all see a picture? I'm sorry, guys. I think I forgot something. Hold on, give me a quick second. I think I may have forgot something. Give me a second, guys. Hold on, champ.
That can't be the right picture.
I'm going to get Bijan and Maul.
Damn.
But
put the city on fire.
Now that would be funny if he really said that.
No, I don't think he said it, but
true story.
He probably feels that way.
Raheem wouldn't
True
do
story,
that.
with the
That
right-
had to be
with
a
the right
private
receiver.
conversation.
With the right receiver, we could have a greatest show 2.0.
And look at this though.
Great.
London, Puka Production, Bijan.
Tell
Come
me.
on, man. Let's be realistic.
Hey,
Yeah, he
mad at that,
God
man.
knows.
numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Hey,
Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, it was a blessing
job,
having y'all on, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to all our channels. Follow us on social media as well, Twisted Torch TV. Check out my merch, twistedtorchtv.com. Check out the articles, twistedtorchtv.com, man.
Hey,
Shouts
man,
out to
let's get that
everybody,
light
man.
in the background, though. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Come on,
Let's get that light
man.
in the background.
Come on,
Shout
man.
out
We
to
got the
them
city
Hawks.
on fire.
Shout out to them 4 in a row Hawks.
Come, hey, the Hawks back,
Uh-oh.
man. I gotta go to a game. We might need to go to a Hawks game for sure, man. For sure, man.
Oh man,
Appreciate
I'm
y'all as
telling you, that
always.
Golden State game last night.
Thanks, brothers.
Something to see.
Also, if y'all haven't already, check out Smitty. You just did a show, didn't? Then you just posted a video today, didn't it?
Yeah. I gave a draft profile.
Okay,
Xavier
so
Worthy,
check out.
wide receiver from Texas.
Mhm.
I think he could be a nice fit in Atlanta, man. Y'all go to the page, check it out. And last night I dropped a video on Dak Prescott, man. My thoughts on how I think he would fit in Atlanta. So,
Hickory Jack.
hey, I'm always
Smitty
at it,
stirred
man.
up trouble. He know he don't want no Dak
Hickory
Prescott.
Jack.
Hey, Chris and Berta, what I'm always doing?
Bullshitting.
And bullshitting.
All right, then. That's all I got to say.
Oh man.
You gotta know your brothers out here, man. You gotta know your brothers.
Appreciate y'all, man. Jump
All right,
in T Twitch Torch TV. 95, don't shut.
Yes, sir.